Hello class, good afternoon. Our lesson for today is understanding patterns and sequence. When you say pattern may be shown in many ways, repeating shapes, numbers, colors can make patterns. So there are rules for pattern need to include the necessary information. First is it is important that the rule states where to start the pattern or the starting term, how to get the next number, shape or letter, and when to stop. So we only have three rules. First is states where to start. Then next is how to get the next pattern or number. Next is, and the last one is when to stop. So this one is an example of finite pattern because it has an end which is 4. So you can observe that we start with So we start with 1, then the next term is 2, 3, and 4. We are just adding 1 after the previous or 1 plus the previous. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. Or we can also say that odd, even, odd, even. So this pattern can be described as one more than the previous or n plus 1 with the beginning n is equal to 1. And we can the rule is start at 1, increase by 1, and stop at 4. The previous example or 1, 2, 3, 4 is an example of finite pattern because it stops at 4. So we have another example of finite patterns. Okay. So let's see this pattern of circles and squares. So first is one circle, one square, two circles, two square, three circles, three squares. So you can observe that we start with one circle, one square, and it increases. Okay, one it increases by one circle, one square as the sequence continues. So if our last figure is circle, circle, three circles, three square, then the next figure following the pattern would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 circles, then 4 squares. So not only in shapes, we can also create pattern by flipping and turning shapes or letters. For example, this one, up, down, or the teeth is an up, the teeth is an down, the teeth is on up, then teeth down. So as you can see, we are just flipping, okay, letter E. So if you observe, then the next term would be next is so we are just flipping letter E. Ashley visits her grandmother every 3 days. His last visit is Tuesday. When will be her next visit? So we will skip 3 days. So since her last visit is Tuesday, then we will count 3. 1, 2, 3. So her next visit will be on Friday. So that's it. Her last visit is Tuesday. Since every 3 days, just count 3. 1, 2, 3. Then her next visit will be on Friday. Patterns without an end are described infinite or continuous. There are three dots are written at the end of an infinite pattern to show that there were more numbers not shown in the list. The pattern can continue without an end, just like this one, 2, 4, 6, 8. So these are multiples of 2, and we have three dots here. It means that there are more term after 8. So we can say that this pattern is infinite or continuous. So here is 4, 8, 12. There must be 12 here. 16, 20, then 3 dots. So it means that this given pattern is an infinite pattern because there are more numbers after 20. So the question is, what will be the next three numbers? First is we need to identify the pattern or what's happening on the pattern. So from 4, it become 8. It means that we are adding 4 to the term. So the next term, 8 plus 4, 12, plus 4 again, plus 4. Or we can say that it is also multiples of 4. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 20 plus 4, the answer is 24. 24 plus 4 is 28. 28 plus 4 is 32. So the next three numbers are 24, 28, and 32. So let's study this given pattern: 3, 9, 27, 81. So let's find the relationship of 3 and 9. So how can we get 9? 3 plus 3, it's not 9. 3 plus 6, it can be 9. But 9 plus 6 is not 27. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. And 27 times 3 is 81. So the pattern is multiplying the previous by 3. Or we can just say that n for the previous term times 3. So let's say the previous term is 81 times 3. The answer is 243. So the next term after 81 is 243. So this is the pattern rule: n times 3 or previous times 3. So next example, count by fives starting with 10. So 10, 15, 20, 25. So what if we have 6 starting with 12? 12, 18, 24, 30. So that's it. So next example is write a rule to describe the sequence. So our sequence is 110, 120, 130. You can see that it is just increasing by 10. So in our rule, of course, we should describe it by the start. Start at 110 and increase by 10. So that is the rule. Start at 110 and increase by 10. So if it is increasing by 10, then the next term would be 140, 150, 160. Next is 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. So in the first and second term, add 1. What about the connection or relationship of the third term and the second and third term? Add 2. Then here, add 1. Then next is add 2. So you can observe that we are alternately adding 1 and 2. So the rule is start at 1 and alternately add 1 and 2. So if this is 7, the next term is 8, then 10, then 11. For your activity, answer explore A, B, C, and D on page 301 to 300 to 301. Take a clear photo of your answers and send it via private message. Deadline February 2.